After the success of Point Blank and The Dirty Dozen, Lee Marvin became one of Hollywood's most iconic stars, his face instantly recognizable across the screen. But here's the twist. While he stood alongside Hollywood's brightest lights, behind the scenes, things weren't as rosy. A newly surfaced list revealed the 7 actors Marvin despised most throughout his career. Men he was supposed to be friends with, colleagues, even co-stars. Instead, they mocked, sabotaged, and fought him for every ounce of screen time. The animosity was so intense that studios had to step in, banning them from ever sharing a set again. And when you hear these names, you'll understand exactly why. John Wayne, the hero who wasn't Marvin's hero. First up, John Wayne, Hollywood's rugged, patriotic hero who Lee Marvin couldn't stand. You probably think they were friends, right? Not quite. Their bitter rivalry began on the set of The Comancheros in 1961. Wayne was in the middle of an interview, proudly boasting about how he tried to portray the true American fighting spirit in his roles. Marvin, overhearing the conversation, couldn't stay quiet. Without hesitation, he walked up to Wayne, looked him dead in the eye, and said, "You didn't fight. Don't talk like you did." Wayne froze. The room went dead silent. You see, Marvin wasn't just playing a soldier on screen. He had been a soldier. He'd served in the Pacific during World War II, fought in the trenches, and had the scars to prove it. Unlike Wayne, who had only fought on set. That wasn't the end of it. Later on set, Wayne tried to show Marvin how to hold a rifle like a soldier. Marvin, clearly unimpressed, fired back, "I learned mine at Saipan. Where were you?" The crew could practically hear the tension crackle in the air, and from that moment on, Wayne avoided Marvin's gaze like the plague. But it didn't stop there. In 1965, Wayne tried to get Marvin removed from a major Western project, claiming Marvin didn't represent the right kind of American values. Marvin didn't hold back when he found out. "He acts like a patriot," Marvin snapped, "but lives like a coward." Their feud didn't end with Wayne's passing in 1979 either. When asked if he wanted to send condolences, Marvin's response was cold. "I honor soldiers." He played one. To Marvin, John Wayne's portrayal of soldiers didn't come close to capturing the real sacrifice many of them had made. Frank Sinatra, the superstar, Marvin couldn't stand. Next up, Frank Sinatra, the man who was practically Hollywood royalty. But to Lee Marvin, a diva he couldn't stand. It wasn't Sinatra's talent or fame that got under Marvin's skin, it was his sheer entitlement. On set, Sinatra was infamous for being late and acting as if the world owed him something. One day, Sinatra strolled onto set, late as usual, and started barking orders at everyone. That was the last straw for Marvin. He marched up to Sinatra, who was busy directing the crew, and snapped, "You think just because you show up, the world owes you everything?" Sinatra, never one to back down, shot back, "At least I don't scream my lines like I'm still in boot camp." But the true animosity came to light during The Dirty Dozen when Sinatra, part of the original cast, backed out at the last minute. Marvin was furious, and he didn't mince words. "Sinatra's scared of real men," he said. "That's why he couldn't handle being in the same scene with us." And when Sinatra passed away, Marvin's words were equally cutting. Sinatra was the guy who thought the world owed him a round of applause just for walking into a room. That's not the kind of man I respect. To Marvin, Sinatra wasn't just a diva. He was a symbol of everything he hated about Hollywood entitlement. Charles Bronson, the silent tough guy who frustrated Marvin. Finally, there's Charles Bronson, the embodiment of everything Marvin despised about the brooding tough guy stereotype. On the set of The Magnificent Seven, Marvin was loud, intense, and made his presence known, while Bronson was cold, silent, and distant. To Marvin, it felt like working with a wall, and the wall has more personality. Bronson's detachment wasn't just frustrating, it was isolating. While the rest of the cast worked to build chemistry, Bronson's emotional coldness left Marvin feeling alone. Marvin even joked, "Bronson's great in a fight scene, but I'd rather go to war with someone who actually talks to me." To Marvin, Bronson wasn't just a quiet actor. He was a selfish, isolated personality who showed no respect for the craft or his co-stars. Robert Mitchum, the lazy legend who drove Marvin mad. If anyone could get under Marvin's skin, it was Robert Mitchum. Known for his laid-back, half-drunk approach to acting, Mitchum's attitude infuriated Marvin from the start. During a late-night shoot in the early 60s, Mitchum strolled in with bourbon on his breath, missing cues left and right. Finally, Marvin snapped, "Are you planning to act tonight, or sleep through the whole damn film?" Mitchum smirked. "Relax, kid. The camera loves me either way." For Marvin, it wasn't arrogance. It was the truth. While Mitchum coasted, Marvin worked tirelessly, drilling his lines like a soldier. The tension came to a head at a Hollywood party, where Marvin confronted Mitchum in front of industry heavyweights, saying, "Your whole career looks like you're sleepwalking." Mitchum shot back, "At least I don't bark every line like I'm back in boot camp." The exchange became Hollywood legend, sealing a rivalry that lasted until the end of both men's careers. Marvin and Mitchum would never share a frame or a friendly word again. Yul Brynner, the king, who clashed with Marvin Lee. Marvin didn't care about Hollywood politics. What he did care about was fake arrogance, and Yul Brynner embodied it. The tension between them ignited on the set of The Magnificent Seven in 1960. Brynner, with his natural kingly presence, acted like a ruler on and off camera. He wasn't just playing characters, he was trying to dominate the set. Marvin, who valued authenticity and real masculinity, was immediately frustrated. Brynner constantly rewrote scripts, inserting lines to make himself appear more powerful. Marvin didn't hesitate to call him out. "You're not the king of the set, Yul. You're just a guy with a big ego and a bald head." Brynner's obsession with perfection didn't stop there. He demanded the lighting be perfect for his face, tweaking everything to showcase his features. Marvin, fed up, finally said, "You're not acting. You're just waiting for the spotlight to hit you right." For Marvin, Brynner's vanity wasn't about improving the film. It was about his image. The rivalry grew so toxic that Brynner was never considered for future projects with Marvin, and Marvin made it clear. Anyone who shared a set with Brynner wouldn't work with him either. These stories reveal the intense, unfiltered world of Lee Marvin, the man whose greatest rivalries weren't with the script or the director, but with the stars who clashed with his values, work ethic, and sense of respect. Which name on Marvin's hate list shocks you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more untold Hollywood stories. After the success of Point Blank and The Dirty Dozen, Lee Marvin became one of Hollywood's most iconic stars, his face instantly recognizable across the screen. But here's the twist. While he stood alongside Hollywood's brightest lights, behind the scenes, things weren't as rosy. A newly surfaced list revealed the 7 actors Marvin despised most throughout his career. Men he was supposed to be friends with, colleagues, even co-stars. Instead, they mocked,